All right, ladies and gentlemen, welcome here to a Thursday night edition of Let's Be Real with myself, Dave here, and we got Jen. Normally the show is on Mondays, but Jen was busy Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, so was I. So we're here on a very special Thursday night. Jen, how are you doing tonight?
Good, just trying to stay warm. How are you?
I'm trying to stay warm too, but I mean, it's Ohio. Give it 5 minutes of weather or change. So,
right.
So Jen, what's been up since the last time we chatted and whatnot on the show? I know we got a few people watching right now, so thank you who's tuned in. Make sure you guys share the show. I sent Jen the link in the comments or in Facebook Messenger. You guys can always follow us on Redline Network, Redline Radio LLC. And I know Jen has came up with some questions for us. So we can read these throughout the show. Let me copy them real quick. But Jen, how's things going with you?
Good. Just staying busy. What about you?
That's good. I'm staying busy too. Just been working every day, and putting up a Christmas tree, and all that grown up stuff. Here's the questions Jen came up with in the chat that just popped up. So if you guys are following us along, you guys can join. She says, "What are some of the red flag deal breakers? How does dating apps change the dating scene?" And we can go over into friend zone. How do we deal with friendships and what you've outgrown? So, Jen, we'll start off with you. What are some red flags for you?
I think this kind of goes back to our last conversation at the end of the podcast when we were talking about, you asked me if I would date somebody who did, basically job hopped and whatever. So for me, that's a huge red flag. Somebody who job hops, who doesn't have stability.
So hold on a second. So somebody who job hops, goes back and forth, job to job. Well, what if they're trying to go job to better themselves each job?
Well, I mean, that's fine, but are you making lateral moves, or are you just moving from company to company and hope to God you're going to move up the ladder?
Well, what if it's not a lateral move? What if it's for better pay and better insurance?
I understand that, but if it's one move, that's one thing. But if you're consistently moving jobs, then you're really not benefiting yourself because you're not giving it time to grow into something. Potentially.
Okay. I mean, I get that. It's kind of 50-50 with me. If you're working at a job where you're making $17 an hour and you make $550 a week and your bills are $1,500 a month. I mean, so you're making $200 or $2,000 a month, and you only got $500 to live off of it, and that's not including your car insurance, your groceries, and your gas. You're really not going to be able to afford to live where you're at. I mean, you got to
go find a second job.
Yeah, I mean, you're right. Or you move from that job to get a better job, and I mean, after your 90 days, you get insurance. Because I mean, I was one of them people this year who had a couple jobs this summer, and did I move from job to job? Absolutely, I did, to better myself. And because I was just at that time tired of the union, like the union screwed me over last year, and I just needed a break from that. And I mean, I've had some mental health things happen over the summer and whatever, and I was just like zoned out from that and wanted to do better. I mean, I think the longest job I had this summer was like 91 days, and then after that, I got let go from one job. I got tired of the next job, and then mental health at one job, and then I went back to the union. And I mean, I get it. I understand. Yeah, you gotta stay at a job. You have to. I don't disagree with either again, but
you do. But for me, being 43 with kids and everything, I don't want to support a man. Like, I don't want to take care of you like you're a kid. I want whoever I'm with to be able to support themselves and, meet in the middle. So that's just a red flag for me.
Okay. What's your guys' red flags out there on that one? So the questions are up in the chat. And then your next question was, how has dating apps changed the dating scene? Jen, I don't know if you been on any dating apps lately, have you?
So when I was single before Mike, I was on Bumble and I did Facebook dating too.
So tell us your experience on both of them. Come on, Jen.
I mean, so the experience is always the same. You know, the guys want typically one thing and that's about it. Constantly being bombarded with, hey, can I send you my small little friend? And it's like, no, I don't want to see that.
Yeah, that's what some of them tend to be. But I mean, I've been on Facebook dating, and I mean, I've had a few dates from there, and yeah, some of them are good, and some of them are really bad. I was on Bumble. I mean, that one was worse
Do
than
you
Facebook.
find that you as a man, like, do you get a lot of bots?
I do a lot of bots. Yes, a lot of
I've
bots.
heard that.
And there's just a lot of people like. I mean, I'm older. I'm 47, so the age range I usually put is anywhere from 37 to like 47. I mean, some of them got like 6 or 7 kids. Uh,
Me?
which no offense to the ladies, no offense. Some of them have 2, but some of them are just like weird too as well. I mean, Sarah Ann says Facebook dating sucks. A lot of scammers on it. Absolutely, absolutely.
I
But yeah,
did get some decent ones off of there, but for the most part, no.
yeah. I mean, I don't know, man. Have you guys had any good experience? I don't know if Phil's been on there or Donnie's been on there. I know we got a few other people watching from somewhere. So wherever you guys are at, just let us know. Answer some of the questions. You know, join along with us. Your next one is then or what is it? How did Dane and then or how did it
Oh,
change?
I was saying, yeah. Then we can hop over to the friend zone. How do you deal with friendships you've outgrown? I think we all have those, right?
We do all have those. I mean, like, how are you talking about them, Jen? Like somebody you ain't seen in a while.
Yeah, I mean, not even necessarily that. Like, what if somebody came into your life for a period and then, you know, they kind of, I don't want to say they serve their purpose, but essentially, yes, they serve their purpose. And now you guys are just kind of outgrown, you know, you've moved past that period.
I mean that's kind of a good one and kind of a bad one. I mean, I don't know, man. Like that's a tough one for me because there are some people that came in my life and had a purpose and just like left and kind of came back later on. And then there are other people that came into my life that I didn't want them to come into my life, but I mean they did. I mean,
Well, I just feel like, you know, when I was going through my divorce, there were some people that came into my life, and I feel like they were there when I needed them. But now I just don't know how to, you know, like, I almost feel like they're just holding on and there's like no other purpose other than to, God, I sound awful, don't I?
no, go ahead.
Like you literally outgrow the friendship. And I don't want to be mean because, you know, they were exactly what I needed when I needed it. But now, you know, I've grown past that. And it's how do you politely let them go, I guess.
do you say let's be real with this?
Yeah, let's be real with this. Like, how do you?
Let,
I,
let,
I
let-
don't know how to set boundaries. That's one of my biggest issues. And I don't know how to, I'm not a mean person typically.
well, listen, like you know what? Obviously, people are going to say you got to block them on Facebook. You
Do
got to.
you though? Like, I feel like that's going above and beyond. Isn't that rude?
I mean, it is rude. I mean, are you talking about coming out of a relationship to try to be friends afterwards? Or are you talking about?
No, I'm just talking about friendships in general.
Okay, so friend, because that's 2 totally different ones. Friendships in general, I don't know. Like sometimes you're right though, Jen. Friendships have ran their course, and it is time to get rid of some people. And you just got to just like slowly but surely just work your way away from them, and
What
not
if I
have them.
delete and just keep holding on?
I don't know how. Like, is there friendships that I've held on to that I should have let go? Yes. And I'm pretty sure there's people out there that are my friends that should have let gone of my friendship, but they just, I don't know. Some people just, some people don't want to be rude, and some people don't want to be, you know,
Yeah.
I mean, it's hard at times because you're taught as kids to be nice to everybody and hold it in. And here's a prime example, and this may not kind of be on the same level, but I was working at a place where I didn't like people, and I had to put a front on to them to their face
Oh yeah.
because that was my job. But behind the scenes, I didn't like them, and I didn't make I made that clear to a few people, but I never told people who I know who I couldn't trust not or to go back and tell these people because listen, like you have to get rid of them people in your life that aren't your friends or you've exasperated the friendship or exasperated your whatever you call it. You just got to get rid of them. You have to. You have to because it's stressful, a lot of concern, and some people
It is.
just
It's like stressful because you're stressed. Like I feel like I worry too much about like hurting their feelings when I just need to be done. That's what I need to do. I need to learn how to just be done.
everybody's feelings gets hurt uh, every now and again, man.
Yeah.
Everybody's feelings get hurt.
Okay, so I have to jump back because you made a comment about like being friends with exes. Are you friends with a lot of your exes?
Absolutely not. I was just getting there. I mean, no, like I mean,
When you're
no.
done, you're done.
Well, listen, let's be real with you. I'm going to be real. So I tried to be friends with my last one. It just didn't work out. And now there's no friendship.
Like it didn't work out because you were bringing like all the issues from the relationship and now you guys are just bickering over stupid stuff.
No, it was other stuff than that. It was other stuff than that. And I would say probably about 85% was my fault. I take the blame on that. But I mean, the only way you learn from it is you go through them lessons and you go through them trials and tribulations with that and just, learn from your mistakes. I mean, if you try to be friends with your ex, I mean, they tell you don't be friends with your ex. I mean, I'm deleted and blocked and whatever. It is okay. I mean, hey, people take care or people do things differently than everybody else. So I mean, it is what it is. It's hey, I'm not mad about it, but no. Are you friends with any of your exes, Jen?
Yes, but I'm only friends with exes that like I only really dated for a short period of time. There was never like the I love you period. Those exes, no.
Do you think that can work?
I don't know. Like I feel like yeah. I mean, yeah, definitely because you see all these divorced people who co-parent and have great relationships. So yeah, obviously it can work. I think you have to give it time to let things settle and work through any stuff that may have been going on in the marriage, but
I mean, I think you can too as well. You just like you said, you just got to both, like you said, put your boundaries up and just know that you guys are friends now, and that's it. Like, I mean,
yeah, I don't think you could do it right away because I think the emotions are running high. You're still in love with that person, regardless of, just getting out of the. If Mike and I broke up now, I don't want to see that he's talking to some other woman. Like, I'd lose my ever loving mind.
well, I mean, now if the roles were reversed, how would he feel?
Oh, he'd probably block my ass and be happy.
I don't think he would. I don't think he would. So I'm gonna ask you, Jen, how have you outgrown? Like, what is one friendship that you knew that you had to get rid of and you've outgrown it? Like, can you elaborate on any of, or like one of them?
Yeah, I think there's one where it's a friendship that was from elementary school almost. No, literally, probably kindergarten. but this person
That was
just,
a long time ago, Jen.
it was, but I'm still friends with them till, I think I've probably learned to back off from this person and kind of push them out of my life, even though I still have them on Facebook, but I don't reach out to them. There's no real contact because I've realized that I've just outgrown that person and that friendship. So yeah, but I also, like I said, going through my divorce, there was people who I needed and they were there for that time period, and now I've grown past that.
Yeah, there's one friendship that I've had for, I would say, probably 30 years, maybe 30 years or more, that we used to talk every day and hang out all the time, and now I don't see them. And I see them through, or I hear about them through other people, and it's just like, why are you even still trying to bother to be their friend? They don't reach out to you. You ask about them. They don't ask about you. I mean, and this was somebody that I was very, very close with, who I considered a brother, a friend of mine. And
Yeah.
like it's time for me to like now that you said that, Jen, is like, not try to be friends with this person anymore, because it just doesn't, it's not worth it anymore. I mean, I'm about to be 50 and he's probably, I think, 45 maybe. I'm gonna be 50 in 3 years. I mean, I don't want to take that into my 50s and still be the same way we are, because like I said, man, we used to hang out with each other every day, talk to each other, and I mean, it should just happen. I probably talked to him in the last 5 years probably about 3 times, but I ask about him. I still worry about him because he was a friend of mine, but other than that, like,
Sure.
I just don't talk to him, and it's hard to, because like I said, I was real close with him. I mean, but I get it. I understand it's time to move on from that friendship. And I mean, I'm glad that you brought that up. Donnie says, if you talk to your ex, the new ones get pissed. The new ones what?
Your new girlfriend.
Oh, your new girlfriend?
Boyfriend.
Yeah.
Whatever. I would say there's definitely some accuracy to that.
So have you ever put a guy in a friend zone?
Yeah.
So let's talk about that, Jen.
I do that I shouldn't say I do that. I've done that quite a bit. When you just don't click with somebody, there's no sense on, being polite.
I mean, elaborate.
And entertaining that, you can just put them in that friend zone and squash it.
Yeah, but what if you both have feelings for each other and then you put them in the friend zone?
How are you both going to have feelings for each other and be put in the friend zone?
I mean, I've heard 2 people do that before. 2 friends of mine have done that before.
I mean, I think there's wrong timing if there's something going on in the other person's life per se, but I don't know. Okay. I did do that to somebody. Shut up.
Do I know this person?
Yeah. So we won't be further with that one, but
yeah, we're not going to get into that one. I think I know who it might be now that you said that. All right, so let me. Nicole says, let me see what she says. Everyone has issues. You have to find your kind of crazy and ride with it forever.
Girl, isn't that the truth? So what's your kind of crazy, Nicole? Are we hanging out this weekend?
Wow, you want to get crazy, Jen? You want to get crazy? I don't. Jen,
is your idea of like overworking yourself crazy? Because that's me.
Jen, I don't know if you want to get crazy. You got 6 kids. You can't afford to be crazy. You can't afford to get in any kind of trouble.
I need to be crazy because of that. Or I am crazy because of that.
Sarah says, my ex always tries to take advantage of my good heart. Papa BG, which is Phil, give him a big shout out. There's nothing wrong with a male and a female being friends. It does cause issues, though. Facts, Phil. Facts.
It does. I think I told you, Mike Delzick and I are friends, and my boyfriend, Mike, knows about him and has hung out with him and everything. But like, he's fine if I text him. Like, he knows that there's nothing going on. But there is nothing wrong with having that type of friendship as long as it's transparent.
Nicole says, let's go. She wants to hang out.
Let's go. Come see this Republic.
The question is, where are you going to hang out with? That's the question.
Well, I'm working all weekend at the VFW, so you can come up there, babe.
Which VFW you at?
Columbia Station.
Oh, Columbia Station. Okay. Is that on 82?
Yep.
Okay. I might come. You got to be a member, though, don't you?
I'll let you in.
Okay. You let me in. You probably won't let me in, Jen, because you didn't wait on me.
I'll see you out there. Oh, no, it's Dave.
Yeah. John, wrong show. Boo shoo, he says.
What the heck is that? Boo shoo.
Yeah. He thinks he's on a racing show.
Oh.
Nicole says this is true. What is true, Nicole? What is true? So let me ask you this, Jen. You've been with Mike for how long? You said last time 17 years, right? You guys been together?
No, that was my ex-husband. Mike and I have been together for 3 years.
Oh, 3 years. I'm sorry. So 3 years.
Yeah.
So let me ask you this question. If you're with him at a bar and he gets up and walks away, and a guy comes up to you and buys you a drink, how is that going to go?
I don't know, honestly. Like, I feel like Mike he's not that person. He's not the jealous type so much as he would just kind of come and sit down and make it known that we were together.
Nicole says you probably didn't know her dad.
Oh, Lord. Who's your dad?
And I mean, if you're going to the VFW, I want to hang out at the VFW. I want to be popular. I want to be with the popular kids.
The old guys. You want to be part of the old guys?
Listen, there's a bunch of older people at the Moose Lodge.
Oh, Mike just texted me and he said 3.5 years.
3.5 years. Okay. You better get it right. You better get it right, Jenner. You'll be sleeping.
I
know. She says Donnie Norman. You know him? I think is he from Elyria, Nicole?
It doesn't sound familiar. Maybe if I saw him.
I think I might know him. I don't know. But yeah, so how do your kid, I know we talked about this last time. How do your kids interact with Mike? I know that they're not his kids, but how do they interact with him, and how does he go when he disciplines them?
That's been an issue. I think I talked about that the last time. I've never really let him discipline, and that was part of our issue. He does, like, if he has a big issue with them, he knows to come to me and I will handle it. I should give him more leeway. That would be the proper thing to do, I think. But I've always taken care of my kids and always kind of had to defend them. So I'm very cautious. And because of that, things haven't always been easy around here. But they talk. Like, my kids know that they can go to him and talk to him. They may not always do that, but like, he's helped, he's helped out with them. Chloe would have parties here and he would go hang out with them.
He would hang out with them at the party?
Like, he would go down there. Like, they always wanted us to come hang out with them. So, like, he's a good sport. So we'll put it that way.
He said he's from the great city of North Ridgeville, Ohio, where the Rangers are.
I have. Or does he go to the North Ridgeville one?
Well, Jen, you hung out in North Ridgeville a lot as a teenager, didn't you?
No.
I'm pretty sure you hung out in North Ridgeville with Nick and me and Mike. I'm pretty sure of that.
Maybe once or twice.
Yeah, we went there like every weekend.
I was mostly at the apartment, remember?
Yes, yes. Good old what is that? High rise in the park.
Mm-hmm.
Your kids, your issue. She says, ooh, ooh, what?
I don't even know what you mean by that, Adam.
He means it's your kids and you deal with it, not the male.
Well, that's kind of how I felt. But I've been told that that is not the proper way to think, that you're a partnership. And
Even if they're not your kids, you're still a partnership. Because I mean, listen, if I dated a girl who's got kids and we
I
got,
think there's a different dynamic. Like, it's not like you're a full partnership. He's not their father, obviously, but
I mean, I think I would have a talk with the mother. I mean, like I said, if I was dating a woman who had kids and we were gonna get married or whatever, I would have a talk with the mother and say, hey, how would you want me to discipline your kids, or do you even want me to discipline your kids, or do you just want to do it? Because that's a tough situation. It really is. It's a tough situation, and I don't want to be responsible and having the father coming back to me and saying, oh, well, you smacked my kid or you did this or you yelled at them, blah blah blah, and it's not your kid. So in that instance, that would have to you would have to have a conversation with your significant other at that time to see how they would want you to help, or even if they would really want you to help do that.
well, yeah. And I think, my kids are all older, so like, I don't know. It's a very tricky place to be, and it's not always fun.
She says, you see the comments like 2 minutes after we post them. Yeah, that has nothing to do with us. That's StreamYard. So I don't know what StreamYard's holding me doing with the comments, but yeah, I don't see any more than that. That's what Nicole said. Sorry about that, Nicole, but I'm trying to read all the comments. Just being a smartass per usual. No,
You
Adam,
figured,
never
Adam.
a smartass. Never smartass, Adam. But Jen, so what else is a turnoff to you? Like, what's a turnoff with a guy to you? What's another red flag? You talked about one of your red flags. What's
Wait
another
a
one?
second. What? No, I gave mine. What's yours?
I did give mine.
Don't put me on the spot like that. I don't know.
I
I have
did
a
give Donnie says kids use that against the couples too.
they do.
Absolutely. If kids like you, they're if kids like you, you're all the way in. I mean, yes and no, Phil. I mean, that's a tough one too. It really is. I mean, I gave my red flags. I said them last week when we talked. I mean, but another one is like, I I don't understand how you can sit there and say you are in a relationship with somebody and you want attention from somebody else. That's one of my red flags. Like, why would you want attention from somebody else?
Okay. Totally get that. And you should never be seeking attention from somebody else if you're truly in the relationship. However, if you are not giving her everything, or vice versa, if, I'm not giving Mike everything they need, what is the reason that they're seeking that attention? Are you not doing something to provide what they need? Are you not meeting their love language, so to speak?
I mean, that could be a possibility, but I mean,
Not saying like giving, saying this is okay, but just
yeah, yeah. I mean, you're right, Jen. I mean, I'm all in with somebody if I'm with them. That's just me. If I'm with them, I'm all in. I'm old school when it comes to that.
Yeah. And I think, not to talk about Mike, but I think he would probably say the same thing with me. But there's times where, in the relationship, like, I feel lonely because he's not giving me what I need.
So you've seek somebody else's attention,
I don't know
and
that.
be
I don't
honest.
know that I would seek somebody else's attention. I would probably, it would probably cause some issues in our relationship and, some fights or disagreements or whatnot. But
I mean,
okay, I have posted selfies in those times. So I guess maybe that is seeking attention in that moment.
so you're seeing if people are going to comment on your selfies or if he's going to comment on your selfies, right?
That instant gratification. Yeah, it really is kind of a jab at him, like, hey, pay attention to me too. But yeah, I think the instant gratification of seeing, guys hearted or whatever too. So yeah, I do the wrong. Don't listen to me, guys. Don't do what I do.
Come on, Jen. Let's be real. Listen to Jen. Adam says you just gotta find the one all in for you, Dave. Yeah, you're right. I mean, listen, and I'm not perfect. No relationship's perfect. Nobody's perfect. So if we're trying, I mean, you just gotta have a relationship and work on it 50-50. You know what you're getting into when you get into that relationship. So if you don't like it within the first 2 months, then deuces. That's the way that I look at it. If you don't like it, don't stick around. And
I don't even think you need to give it 2 months realistically. I think within the first couple of weeks whether it's going to really work or not.
Okay, well, I mean, maybe, but people change quickly. People change daily.
They only truly change if they want to, though. Everybody can make a change and it can last for a week or two. But at the end of the day, it's not a commitment unless they want to change.
Oh, Jen, you just push my buttons on that, and I'm not going to even talk about situations that just happened to me. But it's okay. We'll get onto that at another time on a pre-show or whatever. We'll talk about that. But yeah, I mean, you're right. I mean, I know people change daily. You see it. People's attitude changes. People's jobs changes. You talked about guys or significant others changing jobs. Have you read that article yet that it's healthy to change jobs at least twice a year? Have you read that article yet?
No.
I'll have to send that to you.
I definitely think that there's a couple people I know that need to change jobs just for their own sanity. So, I mean, it's not a bad thing. Like, I don't want to say that that's a bad thing, but I don't want to be with somebody who I don't want to have to support somebody. That's really what it boils down to. Like, I get, like, if you are starting a new job and you need me to help you for, a short period of time. Okay, I got you. But I don't want to do it forever.
Well, I mean, you're 100% right. But if you knew going into that relationship that you needed to help them, why would you proceed to keep going on in that relationship?
Well, I mean, at that point, you're already into the relationship, right? So
Phil said, shit, I've had mine for 15 years. What, your girlfriend or your job, Phil? And Nick says it's all about communication and honesty.
I wholeheartedly believe that. Without communication, it's rough.
Now, let me ask you this, Jen. Does Mike know everything about you? Like who you've dated, things that has happened to you in past relationship? Does he know everything? You haven't hid anything from him?
There's no need to. If I hide something and it comes out and it's something that potentially causes an issue for us, then
what is the longest you've waited to tell him something? Like, for instance, like, I don't know, like if
I thought it was going to make him mad.
Yes. What's the longest you waited?
A couple hours. I have anxiety, and that's stuff. Like, I'm the overthinker, so I stress myself out more holding it back. So I might as well just rip the Band-Aid off, and he's either going to be pissed for a long time or a short time. But I feel like the longer I keep it from him, the worse off it's going to be. And I would expect the same in return. Like, do not keep stuff from me. I don't like that. Yeah, I would rather you hurt my feelings and let me deal with that than to keep it from me.
So we'll get back to another one of your questions here, and why we got people in the chat. So it's the other one says, then we can go into the friend zone. And how did, for other people out there, Jen, I know that there's other friendships that you've been trying to get rid of, and whatever. And people in the chat, like, is there anybody in the chat that wants to get rid of a friend that you just like exasperated all avenues with your friendship and you don't want to be friends with them? How did you guys deal with it? I think Nick talked about that with me a couple weeks ago about a certain friend that he had. I don't know if he wants to talk about that on the air or whatever, but I mean, if you want to put it in the chat, you can. And let's talk about, we're going to go opposite here. How do you build new friendships with people, Jen? Like, if you're just meeting somebody for the first time, say you start a new job and you get a good vibe from somebody, and how do you go and start a new friendship with them?
I'm a social butterfly, so I literally will
Are
start
you, Jen? Are
conversation.
you?
I do. So when I first started in real estate, my team leader used to make fun of me. She's like, "You get business from anywhere." And I do, because I freaking go in and I just start talking to any random person. I can talk about anything. And so friendships are usually an easy thing for me.
Yeah, they're pretty easy for me
And
too.
I
But
like to call them acquaintances.
I mean, I've been called unapproachable or unapproachable. Am I unapproachable, Jen?
So
You
you
know,
have an RBF. So I think that is probably your biggest hindrance.
RDF, resting dick face.
Is that what we call it for men? It's
I,
RDF.
I don't know. I don't know.
I
Or
RBF.
RFA.
RBF.
Yeah, RB, resting asshole face or something like that. RAF or whatever. I mean, I don't know. I've been called asshole 1,001 times in my life, and I'm pretty sure I'd be called that a lot more. But I don't think that I'm unapproachable. I just think there's days that I don't want to talk to people because I know so many people. You ever get in that mood where you run into a friend and you just got done talking to a lot of people or seeing a lot of people, and you just need a day where
That's when you look down at your phone and you're like, please don't see me. Please.
yeah. I mean, have you ever had them days, Jen, where you just don't want to be seen by anybody or talk to anybody?
Yeah, I do it to you sometimes when you're texting me and I'm like, God, I just don't want to talk to anyone.
Yeah. Yeah, we know that, Jen. We know that because it takes you like 7.5 hours to get back to me.
Okay, in my defense, sometimes if I'm at work, like I have no reception in that stupid place. So
Okay.
that's part of it.
I've heard that a time or two. Listen, I'm an early bird. I get up at 4 a.m. I start texting motherfuckers at 6. So if you ever get an early one from me, Jen, you know that that's already starting my day. I don't mean to do that to you, but I do. Rebecca, she's got a long one here, Jen. I'm gonna let you read that. We'll put that up. Go ahead and read that.
Ready for it?
Go ahead and read it out loud.
Okay, so dating apps make it a lot easier for a person to cheat on their significant other. Absolutely. 100% agree with that. I think that's probably the biggest problem anymore is it's all about sex and not really about building relationships. Many times the person starts trolling the apps, talking to new people. Well, okay, so I think that's it, is you get into relationships and instead of just leaving that person, you stay for the wrong reasons. So then, you get into these apps or whatever and you start trolling and you're looking and you're looking for something and you're looking for that connection with the person. So essentially, because you have a disconnect here, you're looking for it somewhere else. And I think that's a lot of where the cheating kind of comes into place because it's meeting something that's lacking here. And then you also just have the assholes that seem to think that they need to stick things everywhere.
What do you mean by that, Jen? Like assholes that need to stick things everywhere? Like people are, you're talking about dudes who are going to go have sex with multiple people? Is that
Yes.
what you're talking about?
They're going to leave their wife and kids at home and just go,
So you say women never do that?
Oh, women definitely do that.
Okay. I was going to say, Jen, I was going to say.
No, I will. It's both ends there.
The other thing
Red
Rebecca
flag.
says, the other thing Rebecca says is the cheating starts the minute you contact another person. absolutely. Red flags, inconsistency, lack of communication when they have to be attached at the hip and you're only in the talking stage or phase, I'm sorry, how they are with your family slash friends. Facts. All
I
facts.
think that's probably one for me too. Is how are you around? I don't necessarily know that I would bring them around my kids to begin with.
What's
Uh,
too early? What's too early in a relationship to bring somebody around your kids?
I that is up to each individual person.
Okay.
You know, for me, I didn't want it right away, and we didn't do it right away. And then when we did do it, it was kind of a public. Well, we discussed this. We went to Cedar Point. That's just how I chose. But I was also in the midst of a stupid divorce with a psychopath. So it was also like, oh shit, he's gonna find out that I have a psycho ex-husband who's still stalking me and everything. So I was like trying to maneuver that in the relationship as well. So
That's
um
that's a hard one.
it
That's a
is.
hard.
I think somebody said before, don't bring your past into the future. Well, sometimes it's hard. So but
Yeah,
yeah.
that's what they say. Like you shouldn't like yesterday was yesterday, today's a new day, and I'm Jen. You know my situation. I've known you for a long time, and you know my situation over the last couple of months. I've talked to you about a few things, and talking to some people, you just got to let things go and just let bygones be bygones and move forward and try to make each day better, um, and make yourself better. I mean, especially people they got mental health. You got to make yourself better each and every day, and if you don't love yourself, then you can't love somebody else.
No, you really can't.
You're just wasting your time in that relationship and or that friendship. You got to love yourself first and find yourself, and if that's you taking a break from everything and everyone, and all I ask for them people to do is just if you're true friends, just reach out to the people in times and talk to them. Like I just had a friend of mine last week reach out to me. He had a bad week at work. One of his parents was going into the hospital, and he was just like having a bad couple days and just needed to talk to somebody. And I was there for him, and at a hard time, and he was there for me at a hard time. So I get it. I understand. Donnie says, look, if you can't talk to another guy or woman in front of your partner, then that's where it's not correct. Facts.
How do you feel about that? Like, do you feel that we should all be able to be friends? Like, if you're dating a girl, she can have guy friends? Or does that bug you?
I mean, yes and no. It all depends on what, like, so if they had intercourse before and they were friends, then, and they want to be friends, then absolutely not. No, because there might be feelings that are still there. But if you can get past that, I mean, no, I don't think I could. What about you, Jen?
So Mike had when we first met, he had a girlfriend. Like, I've talked about Mike, Mike and I are friends. Mike is fine with my friendship with Mike. However, I am not okay with his friendship with this woman. But Mike also did not make me feel secure when he would be talking to that person. And I never was able to see messages. So that has been an issue. So it's not easy for me to trust. And if you give me reason to not trust you or anything like that, then. But if he were to just go up and start talking to women, I don't have an issue with that.
Because you know that he's coming home to you, right?
Right. So as long as I feel secure, no problem.
Yeah. I mean, I guess you bring up a good point. I have a friend that is a woman that is probably a best friend of mine that I talk to about everything. And, like when I was in a relationship, it, I kind of like had to draw back reins on that friendship because I don't know if it was a trust issue with her not liking her or whatever, but I mean, I don't know. There was no reason to be not friends or cool with this person because there was things that were talked about, like they wanted to, like, if you get everything out in the open, especially with your friends, like if it's a guy and a girl and there's sexual tension there, and if you talk to, a friend, or if you talk to them as friends and one of them says that they don't want to have sexual relations because they think that'll ruin a relationship. And I mean, like, I think that that's okay, but you can still be friends with them as friends if you don't have sex. I mean, I'm good friends with a friend of mine that I don't want to put too much information out there about that, but I'm good friends with somebody that, we talked about having, you know, sexual relations and it never happened, and we stayed friends. And I mean, we're good friends. So, I mean, that's just my opinion on that. Rebecca says this again. I'll let you read this again.
Oh, I was reading it as you were talking. That's why my eyes got big. So, so if a person needs to troll a dating app, that isn't all-time energy. No, that is all-time energy, all time and energy that should be going into their relationship. Absolutely. Been there, done that, Jen. My ex tried to kill me in front of our 8-year-old, or then 8-year-old. He told the other kids he was going to do it. So I get the psycho part. His switch flipped when I called him out for cheating. When I confronted him, he lost his mind. If you can't talk about it in front of your person, then it's not right. When you hide text and conversation, I don't know where it goes from there.
Let me see. It says cheating, absolutely. And it says when you hide text, yeah, there's nothing else that's there. I don't know if it cut the words off, but that's all of it.
So sorry, Rebecca. I totally have been in your position.
Went through that.
Huh?
I said sorry that Rebecca went through that with her ex.
Yeah.
And she said he tried to kill her in front of her 8-year-old and told the other kids he was going to do it. That's even more worse. Like, why would you
The psychological part of it, yeah.
put that on the kids or tell the kids that? Like, I mean, it's just, I don't know. Some people
That goes into, people view others as property instead of a human being. That's what my ex viewed me as. I was his property, his little toy to play with. And then, unfortunately, the kids become pawns because they know at some point they can no longer get to you because you've taken enough of that abuse that they use the kids as pawns because Mama Bear comes out and you're going to protect your children. So I totally get it. And it's an unfortunate thing. So
it is very unfortunate
that things are better for you.
And I'm so sorry that the girls or women have to deal with that in their past or whatever. So sorry that, you guys went through that. And it's a tough situation to even talk about. And I kudos to the girls or the ladies who bring that up and get it off their chest because, some stuff's not reported or some stuff's not talked about. And
well, and even when you do call the police, if you're married, they will tell you until they physically touch you that there's nothing they can do. I have been in Rebecca's situation. I had my daughter call the police because she was afraid her dad, I was out and she told me not to come home. She thought he was going to kill me and that she would meet me somewhere to switch cars because we thought he was tracking me. So I said, no, don't worry about it. And I came home. She ran out to the car, got in the car, and he ended up coming out there. And she was in the car with me on the phone with the police police came, and because he hadn't physically harmed me, there was nothing they could do. So the kids and I had to be in the same household with him, even though they were afraid he would kill me. So
Donnie says these damn phones nowadays with partners texting all night long and never telling you who they're texting is a big concern, causing situations. Absolutely, Donnie. Absolutely. You hit the nail right on the head with that one.
there's no reason that you can't tell somebody who you're texting. First of all, I shouldn't have to ask you who you're texting. I feel like that's part of the issue. There should never be a time where you've made me feel so insecure that I need to ask you who you're talking to. But if I do have to ask, they should tell you. It shouldn't be an issue. But it is. There's so much secrecy. And the stupid apps that, you can hide so much on. Do you, you're on TikTok. Do you see all these ones that are popping up? Like, are you on the side of TikTok where it's, I found my husband's Tinder, and then they
post their picture on their
Yeah,
I seen that. That shit's hilarious. It is to me because
but it's funny to watch.
Well, that's what I'm saying. Why it's hilarious? It's not hilarious that they're cheating on their significant other. It's hilarious that the videos are funny.
So common anymore. Like, where did it all turn, and why?
What's that, Jen?
I said, where did it all turn? The days of having relationships where, I don't know. It is the dating apps. That's where it all turned. It's just such an ease to get on there and find that quick hookup.
You know what? You know what? I was just watching. Speaking of TikTok, oh, here goes Rebecca. Rebecca is on one tonight, but thank you, Rebecca, for chiming in. Go ahead and read that one, Jen.
It made my kids and I so much closer, and it made me find strength I never knew I had. But that is why I don't have tolerance today in relationships for any games. Yes, my ex had a firearm out. My kids called the sheriff. He lied to the sheriff, told them he was target shooting, and the sheriff actually yelled at me. Yes. So yes, law enforcement isn't always there to help and protect. You are 100% correct.
Wow, that's a shitty one.
It is, but that's the commonality anymore. Men and women in certain situations, it just doesn't matter. It does not matter if you call the police. It doesn't matter if you get protection orders. It is what, and that's why things happen.
So. Donnie says easy access.
Yep, absolutely. That's what I mean.
So let me ask you this, Jen: is texting another person while you're in a relationship cheating?
What are you texting them about? I guess I need a little bit more info on this.
That all depends. I mean, some of them say that they're friends, and others say that they're just texting them because they talk to you. They can talk to you more about a certain situation than what you can.
No, absolutely not. If you're in a relationship, then no one else needs to be in my relationship. If you need to talk to somebody about something, you can talk to me, or you can go to a therapist or go talk to your mommy and daddy, I guess. But no, you don't need to.
Facts. I love that answer, and you answered that with some aggression. I like that one. I agree with you 1,000%. If you can't communicate with your partner about anything that's on your mind, then you don't need to be in a relationship with that person at all. You just need to wash your hands of it, or not even ask the question and just talk to, like you said, a therapist or whatever. But yeah, if you're trying to get attention from somebody else about, say, financial situation with your partner, or if you're not happy in your relationship,
that just goes back to you're just seeking out something from somebody else. You feel like your person's not going to give you the answers or the sympathy that you want, so now you're seeking it from somebody else who's going to play into that. So no.
And I agree. You learn a lot in relationships, even in friendship. You know who you can tell things to and who you can't tell things to. And sometimes you have to or grease something up that's not the truth and fabricate something to see how much that gets around. Because there's always three sides to the story. There's your side, their side, and the side that's made up in between from other people.
Yep, absolutely.
And when people realize that, I mean, your friends are going to side with you, their friends are going to side with them, and then there's going to be people that you don't think is going to side with you that side with you. I mean, it happens. I
Yep.
see it every day. Friendship, relationships, whatever. So I know how that goes. I mean, and unfortunately, it happens that way because oh no, like it just really sucks nowadays. And you talk about the dating apps. I know Rebecca. She's a good woman. Uh, I've talked to her about some things and whatever, and I've known that this stuff has happened with her, but I was just wanting her to get it out because not my business to put out there. And I'm glad that she chimed in and talked about that. And sometimes it's good to vent to somebody and get your story out there because you never know what
That's
somebody's
even why I agreed to do this with you, because I figured there's other women out there. I don't tell my story. I just, if women come to me and have similar stories, I will completely match energy and we can chat about it. But to sit there and go and tell everybody, I don't do that. But I do feel like if I did do it, it would probably help more people. So, Rebecca, maybe that's something you and I get together on, maybe.
we can appreciate that. And we're about to be close to the end of the show here. Jen wanted to add a phone line to this show. So not next week, but the following week, we will have the phone line up and rolling. I do believe that is the last Monday of the month before 2026. So we'll have the phone line up. I'll give you guys, we'll post the phone number up. We'll have that going so you guys can call in and interact. We'll have that going. I think we got our first guest lined up after the first of the year. So, I mean, this is mine and Jen's second show doing this. So bear with us if there's some problems or whatever. Any topics you guys want to talk about, you can reach out to me. And Jen, can they reach out to you on Facebook?
Oh, absolutely.
Okay, so look up Jen Schultz on Facebook. She's on my Facebook. You can look her up, send her friends request, whatever. Jen also sells houses. So if you guys are looking for a house, make sure you guys reach out to her. Jen, another good show here, 7:00. We're normally on Mondays. We'll be on Monday this week, right, Jen?
Yes. Hey, this one was you. You didn't get home till late, remember?
I
was
did.
ready.
It was on me. It was on me. But then we were going to do it yesterday.
Yeah, that one was on me.
So it's 50-50. So, but we appreciate you guys for tuning in. You guys have a good rest of your week. We will see you guys Monday, 7-8, right here, Redline Network. So for Jen, for Dave, we're out until next week. You guys have a fantastic weekend.